Why electric cars should never replace gas and diesel powered engines? Well, as we all know, gasoline and diesel powered engines have been around since the late 1890s into the 1900s. Some examples are Honda, Toyota, Dodge, Ford, and Hyundai. Two significant people that really altered the automotive world were the two German engineers, Gaulitt, Daimler, who designed the gasoline engine in 1885, Rudolf Diesel, who created an efficient compression ignition, also known as the diesel engine. As we all know, or have seen, or have been around the time, that in the last 10 years, cars have really altered in the automotive industry. We've came from just basic internal combustion, and as well as efficient internal combustion engines, we've also added electronics into those vehicles, which has also made things more complicated. But when we look at the electric car has the idea that, well, it's supposed to be more environmentally friendly, and that we will reduce emissions, we will reduce pollution in the air, we will reduce the amount of fossil fuels we use. But we all know this, that that's still a long time from now, and that electric vehicles are still new in the automotive industry. One point is, really, the electric car is just not practical. If you look at here, the average cost of an electric car is $36,600. As of June of 19, that is for a brand new electric car. The average cost of a gasoline is $35,000. So you're paying roughly $1,600 more to have an all-electric or a gasoline engine vehicle. Another thing that I really look at is the practicality of how much time am I going to spend at the pump, or how much time am I going to spend at the electric charging station, and how does that depend on, say, for gasoline and diesel engines, from empty to full for electric, empty to a full charge, out of charge to a full charge. How do we determine that? There's nothing out there that says realistically how long you will spend at the charging station. But at least you kind of have an idea, depending on the amount of gallons in your vehicle, or if you're at half tank to full tank or empty tank to a full tank, you have an idea how long you would be spending at the gas station. And yeah, that's where I was going in the realisms and perspective of things. We don't have definite information about how much for full charge, and really, if electric cars were to become a big thing, how many charging stations are they going to have? They can't necessarily replace all the gas stations. They might have to add to the gas stations, and who knows how long a car will take, and how many electric cars will be waiting when you're waiting to get your next charge for your vehicle. And culturally, in America, especially during the 60s, we drove cars that got terrible gas mileage, and we liked loud vehicles, as we still do now. We like our big trucks, we like our Jeeps, we like our sports cars. They're more enjoyable to drive. I've never heard anyone say that they really enjoy driving an electric vehicle because they're quiet. I've listened to them on the road. They're very quiet vehicles. To me, that isn't very enjoyable. And either way, I think in a cultural perspective that people should have the option, if they want to drive an electric hybrid, an electric car, a hybrid, which is gasoline and electric, or just a gasoline or diesel vehicle. For many reasons that I say that, it would take a while for us to adapt to driving only electric vehicles. And also to really see the results out there if driving electric vehicles does reduce the amount of pollution, does reduce the amount of burning fossil fuels. But that would take a long time for us to find that out. Did not record that.